The pores are going to be pores. The pores are going to pour. The pores are pouring, and it's fine. This. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Marilyn, and I'm bringing you all things of beauty, fashion, lifestyle. So if you like that kind of stuff, take the time, girl. Go ahead and subscribe. Yes, that's what everyone does. They subscribe. So we're going to be getting into some complexion today. My favorite thing about makeup, complexion. I have my hands on the new Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation. I have the shade Hot Fudge. I should have gotten Cocoa. Hot Fudge is just a little bit darker than my normal complexion, but that's fine because I highlight anyway, so everything just balances out. I'll go ahead and make sure that I swatch it on my hands, and I'll even pop some information about the claims of the foundation on the screen somewhere, because we're just gonna get right into it, okay? I'm gonna swatch it so we can see the color. And this actually has 1.5% niacinamide in it. It's weightless, comfortable, buildable, it blurs. Now this did launch with a primer, but I don't want to have to get the primer to make the foundation work when the foundation clearly says it's easy blurring as well. Listen, next time, whatever's in the primer, put it in here, because I don't want to buy two things. I'm not going to buy two things. But okay, so this is a shade Hot Fudge. I'm going to just swatch it. Yeah, so it's just it's a little dark, more than it being dark though. It's just a lot more red, than I want it to be. I'm just swatch it so you can see here. But once I highlight and use my powders, hopefully it works out for me. But I will say the formula feels really good, very nourishing, almost very similar to skincare. So let's see how it looks on the face, because I'm going to get right into it. All right, so I'm in a little closer because we're going to go ahead and put the foundation on my face. My face is primed with the Danessa powder serum primer. I'm gonna drop some on my hands here. I love the way the formula feels. I love how it feels on my hand. I'm gonna use my foundation brush. This is from a Amazon brush set that I have. I have a video about it, and it's the Jessup set. Love this. I'm just gonna tap this in, and then I'm just gonna go right in on my skin. Hot Fudge is actually a pretty nice match. It's just in person, it's really red. It's only a tad deeper than my actual skin tone, but honestly, it really matches nicely on the outer perimeter of my face. It's just the center of my face that's a little bit lighter, which I'm going to highlight anyway, so it's really not that bad. And this formula is not like thick and cakey. It blends out pretty easily, so the color just spreads over and blends in. So I'm just going to focus it on one side just for now. Just focus it on one side. Let me grab a mirror. Now when they say weightless, like they really do mean weightless. This is very weightless. I can barely feel it on my skin, which I'm a fan of. This is the first layer. Well, this is the only layer I'm going to put. It's just on this side of my face. No foundation on this side, and foundation on this side. Okay, so you can see it's only a smidget darker than my complexion. I still think it's a decent match. Does the skin look a little blurred to you guys or no? I think it does look a little bit blurred, but it's not giving me the effect of the marketing, if you know what I'm saying. The marketing for it just seems so like, oh, amazing. It is amazing, but sometimes things can get overhyped, so it makes your expectations way, way, way too high. This is beautiful though. This is beautiful. I just feel like I can see my pores as much as I can see my pores in any other foundation that I use. Just saying. But it's still really nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the foundation on the other side. Look how it looks on my hand. It got really dark on my hand. See? After like sitting on it for a little bit, it got a lot darker on my hands. I don't know how it looks on camera, but well, let's do everything. Let's do everything. Okay, so I have it a nice thin layer on both sides. I am not going to build it anymore because I think this is just enough. It is very smooth. It is, so when I say slightly blurring, because maybe because I don't have the primer, but I just feel like, why should I have to buy the primer to make the blurring foundation work? You know what I'm saying? But it still looks good, but it's minimal blur to me. Minimal, like, I don't know. It looks like any other foundation that I would put on. It blurs my skin the very same way. So I'm gonna go ahead and complete my makeup, and we're gonna see how this sits with the rest of my makeup. I'll just speed through that because, you know, it's not about the rest of the makeup, but I do want you to see how it layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it, speed through it so you guys can see, and then we'll talk about this at the end. Okay, Kitty, so I'm back. This is the completed look. Okay, it looks really nice. The biggest thing that sticks out to me when it comes to this formula is the way that it feels. The fact that I don't really feel like any sort of heavy foundation on my skin is a plus for me. Okay, now the biggest thing that this foundation claims to do is blur, literally called easy blur. However, it's minimal blur for me. I don't know, maybe I didn't get the primer, but I just really feel like I shouldn't have to buy a primer, which is, I don't even remember how much it was. It was probably a little over $30. The primer, then the foundation, just to make it work. Okay, this says easy blur on the packaging, so this should also blur without me getting the primer, and that's just how I feel. It is nice. The finish of the foundation is really nice. Okay, I just don't see that much of blurring. It just looks like a standard foundation to me, but the way that it feels is like, that's the biggest selling point for me, is the fact that it's so weightless, and that's what I really love about it. But I still think it looks very nice. This can easily be an everyday foundation because it is truly weightless. That is the most true thing when it comes to the claims that it makes, is the fact that it's so weightless. That's, you know, and that's everything for me. The blurring is a little bit of a gimmick. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the blurring part of it is just a gimmick because my pores they're literally the same exact size as they were prior to putting on the foundation. It is blurred a little bit after putting on some powder, but as far as the foundation itself completely blurring them out, baby, no. No. But again, my expectation when it comes to that wasn't that high, okay? Because if that part of it felt a little gimmicky for me, because I'm like, I gotta buy the primer, then I gotta buy the foundation, and then I'm gonna be blurred. At the end of the day, that's how much is this? That's almost like a $70 complexion product. You know what I'm trying to say? I just use my regular primer or whatever. The pores are gonna be pores. The pores are gonna pour. The pores are pouring. And it's fine. This foundation is still great. I still give it, I would give this I would say 8.5 out of 10. Still really great. It feels really good on the skin. This is a great foundation option when it comes to summer. Now we're headed into the winter and the fall now, or the fall and the winter. But just know you can have this in your collection for those hot summery days. Like where I live, it's summer most of the year, so it's a great option for me. I love the color. It initially seemed like it was going to be too dark, but once I highlighted and did all of that, it was fine. I tried to do a nice, simple, lightweight look. It's not too glam. It's a little glammy, but not too glam. But if I wanted to layer this foundation, I absolutely could. If I wanted to build it, make it more of a full coverage, soft glam sort of look, it can easily do it. So it's very versatile. So this is good for your light makeup days, even your no makeup days or your glam days. Perfect foundation for all of those categories. So for that, it's gonna get that 8.5 for me because I really like it. Okay, and I really like the way that I look, and I love what it does to my complexion, how even my skin tone looks. The pores are still there because the pores be pouring. All right, so that's my first impressions of the Huda Beauty not faux filter. It's the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. I would say it's definitely worth you taking a look at it and picking it up from Sephora if you're looking for a lightweight, non-cakey, natural finish foundation. Yeah. And I didn't do too bad for the color match, okay? I got Hot Fudge. Cocoa would definitely match me as well. Hot Fudge is good if I'm going to highlight and bronze and all that. Now, if I was trying to wear Hot Cocoa by itself without doing any highlighting, it would look a little bit wonky. I would have to highlight just a little bit just to bring balance back to my face. But I love it. I really do love this foundation. If you tried it, I want to know what you think about it. I want to know what you think about the blurring part of it, because for me, the blurring is minimal. Like the little bit of blurring that I do have is from the powders that I use. So I don't know if I'm buying into that hype, but everything else, it gets to go for me. So I really do love it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Of course, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, girl, and come back, watch another video. I have a couple of complexion products to review, so you're gonna want to go ahead and subscribe and come back and watch the rest.